Hello and assalamu alaikum. So today video is gonna be very interesting because I gonna be reviewing with you the current cost of living in UK, and very important one disclaimer, one point which needs to be understood, that um, uh, that where you are living, that really matters in UK, because the accommodation cost can really put you in a big challenge with the cost of renting. Okay, so that's why I'm already showing you the cost, whereas in general you can consider the total that you need to have after tax, basically 4,000 pounds. So, or you can consider 4,000 per month you need to get in order to survive, and this is for a family of four, so two adults and two kids. So if you are a family, you should be considering that you should, after tax, should be have this much budget in order to survive. But in general, if you consider some other luxury items, like you are considering traveling here, particularly which I'm considering here is like travel back to Pakistan or to your home country, so that I'm considering 850 per person is the ticket price. So considering that, if you are also considering that, so you should be able to do that once a year, and some gym kind of a membership and other emergency expenses or any kind of stuff, then you should be looking at the monthly expense of 4,625, which is almost equivalent to 80,000 per annum. So if you are considering to move to UK or getting a good offer from UK, and you are a single earner, because from Asian countries mostly they are single person are earning, and later on usually the second partner, wife or husband, usually start doing the job once they get settled here. So if you're considering with that, and then you should be looking around 80,000 per annum salary for a single person. So I'm gonna go now in detail one by one, because I just wanted to give you an overview, start with an overview and start with the value, because most of the videos which talk about the cost of living in UK does not exactly mention how it works out. And this video is made in basically December 2023. So these are facts, figures which I can state. And let's go with the, I've tried to use some color pattern. Hopefully you can see on the screen, it should be quite visible. I've tried to use some color pattern so then it's easy and you can easily judge that. So as I said, with the accommodation, starting with the prices, the accommodation is depends on how you like to live. Okay, so you can get a cheaper house, you can get a expensive house, in which area to live. But quickly showing how I'm basing my figures. So I'm basing this based on, if I zoom out, and I hope my camera can, yeah, you see the London. Okay, hopefully if you're planning to come, you should know where you plan to live. So what I'm considering is that I'm considering that you are just living beside London. So this white border, all this thing is London. And what area I'm considering is just is in the west of London, just west of London. Outside London, this is the Heathrow Airport, and west of London. Why I'm considering this? Well, because if you are relating to the telecom industry or something, most probably you're going to be looking at this area. So which areas come under this? There is Slough, there is Reading. This area is called Reading. There are small towns like Wokingham, there is Bracknell, there is Ascot here, there is Windsor Castle, or you should have heard about it, and Maidenhead. So these are kind of the areas where I'm looking out, and this is a website, zoopla.co.uk, which you use for accommodation. And here if you look, because I'm considering for the four persons, two husband and wife, like one husband, one wife, and two kids. So based on that, I'm looking at that you should get minimum 3-bed house, because if you go for 2-bed house, most people won't give you that house for such a family. So for a family, you need to have at least a 3-bed house. And if I do the filter of minimum 3-bed, then you can, if you generally you see 1,700 is the normal figures. There is 1,650 in between, there is 1,500 as well, but in general you see 1,700 or more than that Okay, even if I move to now Slough area, which is just beside London, it is almost as if you are in London. 1750 is the normal. There is 1550, but there should be something catchy in that why it is so cheap. So you can get the idea. So that based on this, I have taken the accommodation cost to be 1700. So based on where you plan to come, you can just go on the website and check the price, and you will get exact figures. What are the current trends? So accommodation I've considered 1700. Then one important thing is this council tax. Council tax here includes the bins, like waste bins, wastage, road repair, maintenance, schools. So it's all for all such kind of activities. There is the council tax, which is a compulsory thing you need to pay. So that depends on the house as well and the area as well. So in this area, generally, I'm considering 190, but I would say it should be between 150 to 190, this council tax, okay, which you have to pay. Then there is home insurance. So it depends. If you're renting, you might not need to pay for home insurance. If you are like, if the house is your own, that you can consider this accommodation charges instead of the rent. That would be like a mortgage. So mortgage depends how many years are left, how much down payment you have done, but it still, let's consider it more or less around 1700. Home insurance, again, it depends. Like if you own the house, then of course you need a home insurance, but if not, then you can still get the home insurance, which is called the content insurance. So that's why I've considered 17 pound, which is not a big figure, so you can ignore that if you want. So this is for the accommodation in UK. You need almost 1900 pounds per month. Please remember, these are per month. Then there comes the major thing is the next major thing are the bills. So what are the bills which are being considered? So there is water bill, so 50 pound almost. Electric and gas, I've combined that. You can have separate ones, but usually most of the people go with a same provider, and based on that you get a bit of more discount, and approximately spreading it across all the like 12 months, because in usually in summer you have less usage of gas and electricity because it's warmer. You don't need to warm the house, as well as the light hours are extended, so you don't really turn on the lights during the daytime. So based on that, the average price and per month would be around 200 pounds. Internet, everyone needs internet, it's around 30 pounds. Then there is TV and cable. So TV and cable is basically, if on top of the internet, if you get like Sky TV or other services, dish services, then you can add 30 more pound for that. Then online streaming, almost every house has got some of the streaming services, Netflix, Prime, or Disney Plus, or anything like that. So I'm considering 12 pounds for that. Mobile phone subscription, if the whatever company you're working with, if they are not giving that, then you need to get some subscription. So generally I've taken 15 pound per person, so that's why total is 30 pound for that. And the TV license, so TV license is if you watch the local TV, the BBC and the other local channels, then you need to pay for that. So I'm considering 13 pounds for that. So the grand total for all the bills, monthly bills, which you need to pay usually by direct debit, it's 365 pounds. So these are the two costs: the accommodation, the bills, that these are compulsory. You cannot go away, run away from them. Then comes the transport. So transport will be quite variable because it depends how often are you traveling, where are you traveling, where do you go, or how far is the office, because now there is more trend is that you work from home. But still, this is based on my own calculation, but maybe for some people you can change these calculation and get better idea, because how far is your house from the office location, it will depend, and how you travel. Maybe you don't use the car, you use the public transport. You can check the public transport rates and get a fair idea. You can change this cost. Then so based on that, like car tax, based on what type of car you have and the CO2 emission, you need to pay the car tax. Then petrol fuel, that how much fuel usage is there. So I've considered 200 pound per month. Car insurance, if you are keeping in a car insurance is quite expensive, around 1,000 pounds I've considered per month, per annum, and then dividing it by 12. Then there is car service. Of course, if you're keeping a car annually, you need to do car service. Car service is somewhere nowadays, full car service is around 300 pound per month, sorry, per annum. So yearly service will cost you 300 pounds, so that's why 25. Then, so based on these transport related charges, so these can vary. As I said, I've not considered any bus charges. I've not considered that kids need any transport, or husband and wife both need 2 cars. If you need 2 cars, then make this figure double. Instead of 560, make it 1120, which is double of that, because you will be having 2 cars. And if kids are traveling, kids need transport, add the transport card for the kids. But I'm considering that, okay, this is one person working, or one is working from home, or one is only traveling. And this is also considering the fuel, because the fuel will be the one which will be changing based on how much you are traveling. But what I'm considering here, 200 pound, is for your leisure pleasure trips, basically, not usually for the office trips, but for the leisure pleasure, like everyone is working from home. The next one are the clothes. So monthly, I don't know, it depends. This is a personal expense, like it depends on you how much you want to spend. So I'm considering 4 people spending 150 a month, because some months you might be spending more, some months you might not be spending at all. So it depends all on you how much you spend, and based on that, I've given the cost of 150 pound. And the last one, which is people like the most important one, without which you cannot survive, is the grocery. Okay, so grocery, I've given 900 pound. 900 pound. That is quite high, I would say, as compared to the other people who make the videos, who have suggested that they usually spend 400, 500 pound. But this is what I spend usually in my home. So it depends. Like, I don't do grocery at expensive stores like Marks and Spencer or Waitrose. I buy from Lidl, Aldi, Tesco, Sainsbury. I can go pick it like any of the stores, even sometimes Marks and Spencer as well. But usually I do go to cheaper stores. But still, the only thing is that I buy what we like usually. So we think about buying, think about, because it's money we are spending, but still, almost we buy whatever we want. And also in grocery, we usually eat a lot of chicken. We don't go for vegetables or dale, which you call lentils. So maybe that is the factor that it's a bit more costly, but that's how it is. The last thing are the restaurants. So again, this is personal choice, how much you go to restaurants. Sometimes we go too much, sometimes we don't go at all, some months. So it's variable as well. But I've considered 120, so you can consider like a 2 to 3 times a month you are going and eating out. Depends on what meal you are getting. Like if you go to Nando's, 4 people, it will be costing you around 60 or 70 pounds, to be honest, if you are going for a family of 4 going to a Nando's. Whereas if you get a pizza or something, maybe you're gonna get off with 20 pounds for 2 pizzas. So it depends from where you are getting what you are getting. Like KFC, usually 40 or 46 pound for you can get a good meal. So all of these things are compulsory. I don't think so you can skip anything, but you can adjust the price in transportation, clothes. But it comes out to be 4,002 pounds. So approximately 4,000 pounds is the average monthly expense of 4 people, 2 adults and 2 kids, what you get at the end of the month. The next thing which we have not considered in the first part is this one in this second part, which I think so should be considered if you really want to calculate that how much or how will be your expenses going. In this one, there is the others, which can be like dishes, mean like any cutlery or kitchen stuff or utensils, something like that, or emergencies. Of course, you need to have something in backup for emergency, like your microwave doesn't work, or you need to buy a new dishwasher, or fridge stops working, or you buy something for decoration or television or anything like that, or PlayStation or anything you get. So that's why per month I've considered 200 pound. It can be anything. The next thing is gym and / kids club. So here in UK, like okay, in Pakistan as well, usually you go to gym or swimming pool. So that membership would be around from 30 pound per month at least. So 30 to 50 pound based on what services you get, gym plus you get swimming pool, what do you want. This is for one person. remember. So similarly, you get there are the other thing is for kids club means that there are some after school clubs like football club, cricket club, there is acting or singing clubs, different, there are lots of different clubs are there available. So it depends again on you which one you want to take, which you go. So for me personally, to be honest, I don't spend a single penny on this because I don't go to gym. I have not got any membership for the kids so far. So I'm able to save £140, which I'm suggesting here. So it's a personal choice. The last thing is the travel, etc. So this is a compulsory one, especially for Asians who tend to travel usually every year or after 1 year, like in once every 2 years usually. So based on that, I've considered 850 per person because the prices have gone higher. Previously it used to be you are able to get to flight with £500 as well, but now in the recent times of what I've seen, the prices have gone higher. So based on that, I've considered £850 per person. So multiply by 4 people divided by 12, you get 283.833 pounds. So but again, this can be the cost, like if you have annual travel plans or holiday plans, like going to Turkey or going to Morocco or anything like that, even if you're not Asian or something, but still, so this is for that. Now I'm not considering any saving or something, I'm not considering any other thing, and based on that, what you need to earn at the end of the month, it would be 4,625. So approximately you can say 4,600 pounds you need to have in your pocket in order to make sure that you are able to get all of these left side thing, which are compulsory. I don't think so you can skip any of these things. And on top of that, if you want to have the other comfort of mind, like emergency or something, you need to have the other amounts added. Based on that, you get a grand total of this 4,625 for in order to survive in UK per month after tax. So what does this mean, that how much salary do you really need? So approximately I just checked, if you're a single earner, okay, and if you need this much per month, then you should be looking around 80,000 per annum salary, which to be honest, it's quite a lot. I don't earn that much as well. I will be honest here. I won't disclose my salary, but I don't earn that much as well. So now how do you survive then? Then the thing is that unfortunately, I'm not in the favor, but yeah, unfortunately, both husband and wife have to work here in UK currently because the expenses have gone rocket high, skyrocket, as you can see from the exact calculation. This is an honest calculation which I've given here, but of course, like many people, many videos which you will hear about will recommend that you find an accommodation in a cheap location, and maybe you can make an accommodation in £1,000. So straight away you can save 700 over here, then which makes your figure come to 4,000 in the mega total, which is this one. So you can easily save 700 if you move to an accommodation. And quickly, just to show you, I go back here, okay, and let's have a comparison. So this is London, as you can see. I hope it's clear, and I edit this area. So this is a nice tool which they have, and draw from scratch. So I remove this area so that I can draw somewhere else. And what I'm gonna do is draw from scratch, and I'm gonna zoom out. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, I think so I need to exit first, I need to move first, and I'm just going to show you that how the prices fall. So I'm gonna go to, like most of the people who are there, like go to Birmingham. I've seen a lot of people making videos and vloggers who are here. So draw from scratch, and okay, it's not giving the option. Okay, I'm able to zoom out, so you can see London and Birmingham. So I'm gonna just roughly draw an area around Birmingham, okay, and view properties, and let's see. So 3-bedroom minimum I have selected, and so the rents here are £300. Ooh, Is that correct? It is what it seems like. £40. What is this? £40. Okay, so this is 4-bed property to rent, 3-bed, 1 washroom, and 1 sitting room. £40. What is that? I can't trust this. It can't be £40. It can't be that cheap. So there is something. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I went in this 40 one, and this is basically a 3-bed shared accommodation to rent. So this is shared. So that's the thing. If you're looking for a family, then you can't basically, you should not be looking at shared. What about this 391? Okay, let's have a 3-bed property to rent, available from 1st July. Yeah, this one seems legit. Okay, but that's the thing, that the cheaper the rate is, there should be some catch. Either the area is not that good enough, or there should be something else. So if I move to, suppose, Manchester area, let's draw another one. Okay, and if I draw approximately to Manchester and view the properties. Okay, so the price here in Manchester is, I see, around 500, 600. There is 128 as well, 5-bed, 2-bath. So 100 as well. So 130, 150. So yeah, so there is a huge difference in prices in rental. And if I go back to London now, and I try to focus within London, okay, instead of, so sometimes, where is London? This is London. I'm struggling to work with this tool. Okay, so I have drawn London, and here if you see the rental price, so there is 750, 750, 800, 950, it was 1600, 1400, 1700, 1600, 1600. Here as well at the border there is 1600. And that's the thing, the surprising thing. Now if you look at this area in the west of London seems to be more expensive than the London itself, because here in London you can see lots of 900 prices as well, like this one. Okay, 7-bed shared accommodation. But that's the thing, the catch is that you need to go inside, that if it's giving 900, then it's showing the shared accommodation within London. If, okay, this is the 16, this should be okay. So let's pick another one, 750. Okay, and this is 8-bedroom flat to rent. Okay, and okay, this is not, there is not much detail, but you get the idea in general. I won't go spend more time here. So you get clear idea that how the prices are, because the rent is the major part here. The other thing which you can check is that there is government website. Okay, and here you can, the website is tax.service.gov.uk, and here you can estimate that how much you need to be earning in order to make. So suppose you get an offer of salary, suppose just an example, 55,000 suppose. Okay, and you want to see, and this is your annual salary, because usually here everyone will tell you the annual salary what you're going to be getting. Okay, and you are not over the, or over 65, you don't know the tax code, you don't need to put that. You don't, if you're coming to UK, London, or England, basically you will be in England, and if you get the result, so it will tell you exactly what will you get. So based on 50,000, 55,000 salary, the money in your pocket you will be getting is around 41,000, and it will tell you exactly how much you will be getting in your pocket. So after tax, approximately you should be getting this per month. So this is very handy tool to get an idea. So this is for one person. So similarly, if you go higher, remember that up to 50,000, you have lower tax bracket. After 50,000, you go in the higher tax bracket of 40% tax. So that's why, like, the higher amount you get after 50,000, the lower impact it has on your take home, because the 40% of that amount will be going in the pocket of the government and not your pocket, unfortunately. So Yeah, so this is again the map just to show you. So this is London, and all this belt on the west of London is basically quite expensive belt because there are lots of telecommunication companies. There is BT, British Telecom, there is Three, Hutchison, there is Vodafone, there is Nokia, there is Ericsson. All these telecom companies are here. Even like the IT, some of the IT companies have their head offices here as well, due to which this belt is quite expensive rent wise and accommodation wise, and it's sometimes a big challenge. So coming back, just to wrap up my video, so this gives you an overall accommodation cost, and that I'm gonna make I'm gonna end my video over here with this. Hope you like this video useful. If you have any comment, if you want to know about anything else, let me know. Otherwise, these would be your cost, and this is what you need to figure out. If you are 2% doing a job, then you don't need to have 80,000 per annum, because then you both if you are both earning less than 50,000, you will be paying the tax of 20% tax. So based on that, you don't need 80,000, maybe you need 60,000 or something distributed among yourselves. So that is all. I'm gonna end my video here. Again, this is that what you need. If you are getting something around 80,000 exactly, you will be getting 4,621 in your pockets, which is equivalent to what I have given the calculation. But again, use these values. Okay, if you want, I can share the Excel with you. Comment me in let me know in the comments, and I can share the Excel. And if you put any value, this will automatically change. Like for example, if you say my accommodation will cost 1,000, okay, so look at the figures. So everything changed. So based on 1,000 accommodation, and you see that your council tax will be much lower as well, because this is very high council tax. Maybe your council tax will be 120. So based on that, you will just need 3232. So instead of 4,000, straight away 800 pounds have reduced, and instead of 4,600, mega total will be now 3,800. So lots of difference has been already made, and based on that, if you think that you don't need to add anything, grocery, if you think people are able to manage by 500 pound, you can do that. And basically at the end of the day, then you will be saying that okay, you just need for this one around 2,800 pounds. That's it. So it depends on your circumstances, how your living habits are, but this is for you my Excel, my calculation for a family of 4. Hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share, and if you have any comment, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.